Welcome back from intermission. I have here take 2 on the illustrious, imaginary, mythic Vesper. And it's a little better. So here's the deal. The Kina Lillet that was used in the drink in the book is no longer made. So I tried it with Lillet Blanc. Well, Lillet Blanc is much too subtle, much too mild to put in with gin and vodka. So I have Cokie Americano now because I drink that all the time. And guess what? You can actually taste it in this drink. Where the Lillet Blanc was completely overpowered, the Cokie Americano comes through there and makes it a better drink. It's still kind of just gin with a vodka aftertaste, but that little bit of Cokie Americano really makes a difference. So if people are correct in saying that Kina Lillet is closer to Cokie Americano than to modern Lillet Blanc, then this is more what Ian Fleming wrote about. And I wouldn't call this unpalatable. Okay, I know I said last week that Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster was the second Godzilla movie. It wasn't. Godzilla Raids Again was the second Godzilla movie. This was the 7th overall in the franchise, and the first directed by, and I know I'm going to say his name wrong, but Jun Fukuda? Jun Fukuda. Yun Fukuda, perhaps? That there is Japanese for Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. It actually is, Horror of the Deep. Ibira. Ibira. The crushing battle of Godzilla, Mothra, Ibira. Which will win? Toho Company. Yes, sirree. I'm just going to say right here and right now that I won't be reviewing any Godzilla movies that are not made by Toho Company. Okay? There's no point. So don't at me with that Matthew Broderick crap. I don't need a CGI Godzilla. I need a guy in a fucking rubber suit. Godzilla. Okay, look at this. I was about 1 year old. 1966 Toho Company Limited. We've already been through Jun Fukuda. Okay, bear with me now. This one's a little complicated here. A couple of dance contest rejects team with a strange fellow in search of his brother, who was lost at sea, or so we believe. The 3 boys head to the beach where they board a boat and are startled by her owner, who turns out to be a bank robber that was hiding on the boat. All right, you got all that? All wake the next morning to find they are at sea. The boat is being sailed by the strange fellow who's searching for his brother, like Kane from Kung Fu. Well, the weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of our... Wrong show. Sorry. Well, this crew ends up stranded on a desert island. An island where sinister clandestine operations are taking place in the form of some paramilitary base. We're not sure exactly what yet. The island itself is protected by a sea monster. Actually, just a giant lobster, which attacks any vessel sailing by, including our lost friends. Or the lost brothers, actually. Excuse me, I'm getting mixed up now. The lost brother was attacked by the giant lobster. I should probably slow down on that. There's like 3 shots of gin and a shot of vodka in that drink. Our bad guys keep the lobster at bay with a yellow fruit juice brewed by enslaved natives. Well, after a native girl escapes and teams up with our friends, they stumble upon the horrifying truth about the base. Atomic energy. Horrifying. They are discovered, and the soldiers chase them into the jungle and eventually into a cave. Well, guess who they find sleeping in the cave? Yeah, Godzilla. Meanwhile, on the girls' home island, the natives try to awake Mothra to rescue their enslaved people. Yeah, they're singing. You know the song. Well, our friends get the same idea and decide to harness lightning to wake Godzilla. They succeed, and the monster finds the lobster. Okay. After a hilarious tennis match with a boulder, Godzilla forces the lobster to sea with his fire breath. Then he proceeds to trash the base and its underground laboratory. On the way, he fights a rogue super chicken and falls for our pretty native girl. The base is destroyed, but will Mothra be able to rescue the natives in time? And will Godzilla... What will become of Godzilla when the island self-destructs? All right. What will become of Godzilla? Another fine effort from Toho Studios, and another where Godzilla is kind of our friend. The highlight, of course, is the above-mentioned tennis match. That lobster, he's got a wicked backhand. I wrote here, watch for him at Wimbledon next year. They still have Wimbledon? I don't hear about it anymore. Altogether, this one is a little slow in spots and kind of long. But that doesn't mean... I went clear across the room. That does not mean it's bad. Not by any means. 3. It's a 3-ring circus on feature 2 of our Godzilla double feature. I got thirsty. Okay, I was messing with the bucket today, so everything's all mixed up and fluffed up. Look at this. See what happens is those all kind of bunch together like 3 or 4 deep. Gotta get them nice and fluffed up here so we can get something like this. just the same bunch of pictures. I've actually got quite a few more to add into here. I'll put that in my on my Instagram, everything that's kind of going into the bucket. But next week on the Late Night Picture Show, we have a couple of trauma features. Y'all know about trauma, right? I signed up for Trauma Now. I downloaded Trauma Now. I need to sign up. In case I run out of stuff to watch on Shudder and Tubi. So, thus far, the worst movie I have ever seen in my life is our first feature next week. We have Alien Blood and Butt Crack, which didn't win any Academy Awards either. Sorry, Lloyd. I doubt Lloyd's actually looking for Academy Awards. Alien Blood and Butt Crack next week on the Late Night Picture Show. Now, if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down. Tell me how you make a vesper. Or if you even make a vesper. See that? That's a lime too. I ran out of lemons, but in a lot of languages, a lime, they don't have a word for lime. Green lemon. So what difference does it make? Okay. Join us next week for the worst movie ever made and Butt Crack. Good night, kids.